Hello everybody, I'm your host Woody, and today we're going to be taking a look at 10 more celebrities who tried to warn us about Jared Leto. With Morbius at a 71% on Rotten Tomatoes, it's Morbin time. Can't believe I just said that. Number 10, Scott Eastwood. We've heard complaints from many of Jared Leto's past co-stars, mostly about how he tends to take his method acting to the extremes. From presenting them with a dead pig to sending them inappropriate items in the mail, it's all a bit bizarre and uncomfortable. Co-star Scott Eastwood had something to say about the actor as well, him playing GQ Edwards alongside Leto in the movie Suicide Squad. Scott said that during filming he was afraid to approach Leto, saying that while he knew the actor, he definitely didn't recognize him in his portrayal of the Joker, also saying that he was worried about affecting Jared's performance and getting in the way of the thing he had going on. While for many actors, method acting can be a good way to get into character and prepare yourself for the role, it may be too much if doing so puts everyone else on edge and makes them scared to even get near you. Number 9, Daniel Espinosa. Daniel Espinosa was the director of smash hit movie of the century Morbius, and it seems like Leto's strange behavior and overdone method acting on set was not exclusive to his role as the Joker. As Espinosa says, it was present on his set as well. He was apparently always in character, the director saying, "I almost never saw him getting into the role. It was more that Michael Morbius was on set. The moment he would exit his trailer, it would no longer be Jared Leto, and he would not want to be spoken to as Jared Leto." Espinosa does at least credit how this can be a very effective practice for many actors, and it did appear to work out for Leto. Obviously, we know his acting came out incredible, as Morbius sold 1 more billion tickets at the box office on opening weekend. Espinosa also went on to say that Jared Leto got so committed that he became scared for him, and that it was apparently very intense. He would also apparently walk around on crutches almost all the time, which frustrated everyone on set as it caused major delays in the filming day. Number 8, Denis Villeneuve. Let's hear from another director that has worked with the actor, this time from Denis Villeneuve, director of the film Blade Runner 2049. He spoke about how the actor once again committed himself to his role by wearing contact lenses that made him almost completely blind, as the character Leto was set to portray is also blind. Villeneuve said, "We all heard stories about Jared, how he transforms into the characters, but even this didn't prepare me for what was to come. He entered the room and he could not see at all. He was walking with an assistant, very slowly. It was like seeing Jesus walking into a temple." Similar to Leto walking around on crutches on set for Morbius, his constant, almost permanently blind state around set frustrated people as well, as he would always have to walk with an assistant and move very slowly. It made filming very difficult and slowed down the production process. But hey, anything for the role, I guess. Number 7, Lindsay Lohan. Actress and on-again, off-again ex-girlfriend of Jared Leto, Lindsay Lohan obviously knows the guy pretty well considering all the time they spent together, especially when they co-starred in the movie Chapter 27, where Jared Leto played John Lennon's killer. Back in 2016, Lohan threw shade at Leto in regards to his portrayal of the Joker in Suicide Squad. On Instagram, she posted a collage of actors who had portrayed the character, including Leto, Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, and notably Brandon Lee in the movie The Crow. In the caption, she said, "Who wore it better? Who based his whole music and film career on the film The Crow?" accusing Leto of having ripped off the portrayal of the character from Brandon Lee's. Lohan also added, "Every man's got a devil and you can't rest until you find him. A Suicide Squad movie is not helping the world but hurting people. Anger is not an answer for peace." So yeah, it doesn't seem like the two are still friends after their last split. Number 6, Vicki Marie Taylor. Now let's move on to what adult actress Vicki Marie Taylor had to say about the guy that she met at a party. She said that way back in 2002, she and 3 other female dancers had been invited to a post-concert party, Jared Leto being in a relationship with Cameron Diaz at the time. The girls were dancing and she had even given Leto a dance when he requested that she move over to his brother. When she did, Leto apparently came up behind her and grabbed her by the throat aggressively, whispering a statement into her ear. She said that it was an uncomfortable and weird weird situation, and they were only there for about 10 more minutes before they were requested to leave as they had to get back on the road for their next gig. This isn't the first time that it's been reported that Leto has gotten a bit creepy, unsettling, and aggressive during a meeting. Number 5. David Harbour. Like Lindsay Lohan, David Harbour was another celeb to throw some subtle shade at Leto's portrayal of the Joker. Back in 2018, David Harbour was getting ready to take on the role of Hellboy for the reboot of the series. When talking about the role, he started discussing how he hoped people would be on board for the reboot and that people would like his portrayal of the character. Harbour said, "I can like Michael Keaton's Batman and I can like Christian Bale's Batman. I can like Jack Nicholson's Joker and I can like Heath Ledger's Joker. There's other Jokers I don't have to like." The Joker he doesn't have to like obviously being in reference to Jared Leto's Suicide Squad character. It seems like most people who saw the movie, and even those that didn't, agreed with the Stranger Things actor's opinion. While it's fun for the viewing public to pick on a celebrity's performance, it's always amusing to see high-profile celebrities engaging in playground drama. Number 4. David Ayer. As had already been mentioned, Jared Leto's actions on the movie Suicide Squad were a bit unsettling, mostly due to the actor's penchant for method acting and completely losing himself in a character. While a lot of his co-stars commented on what it was like being on set with Leto, and even what it was like being at home and receiving disturbing things in the mail from him, director David Ayer also had something to say. We've heard from a few different directors from some of Leto's other films, so here's what Ayer said. "He constantly has to give birth to himself. He goes away, he comes back. He shoots, he goes away. The Joker is something you have to be, and you can see how exhausting and painful it is for him to be this character. But you can feel it when he comes to work. The crew feels it, everyone feels it. It's like the birds stop flying. He's fucking terrifying." Yep, so looks like Will Smith was correct in saying that it felt like Leto went full Joker. Number 3. Todd Phillips. When director Todd Phillips recreated the character again in his dark 2019 film Joker, Jared Leto got a little bit angry. There was more beef than a cow farm. Apparently, when Suicide Squad came out, Leto had been promised his own solo Joker movie, though things obviously changed over the course of production and following the film, as Leto's time in Suicide Squad was severely cut down from the original plan, leaving him with only around 10 minutes of screen time in the film. He had been planning to be a main character and seemed to push himself a bit too far. A source saying, in his defense, it was never really his movie, but his attempt to invent a place for himself in it backfired. When he heard about the new movie not featuring him, he had complained to his agents, and even requested that his music manager call the company and get the film called off. Phillips obviously made the right decision in choosing to move forward with a different actor for the character, as his movie performed well and got mostly completely positive reviews. Number 2. Joel Kinnaman. Get out your sunglasses because we're throwing shade over here once again. And of course, if you hadn't guessed by now, it's about Leto's Joker. Actor Joel Kinnaman was doing a press tour for his upcoming show while also working on scenes for the past movie's soft reboot, The Suicide Squad. He was asked his thoughts on Joker and Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of the character, and he took the opportunity to stir up some drama and throw some shade towards Leto. The interviewer asked if Kinnaman felt like he was cheating on Leto, and he responded with, "No." Who? Joel, of course, having co-starred in Suicide Squad with Leto and obviously knowing who he is, but sounds like he's pretending he doesn't and maybe does not want to be associated with the actor. He then went on to highly praise Phoenix's take on the Clown Prince of Crime. Number 1. Jared Leto. Sometimes the easiest way to know someone's character is from that person themselves. Finding out the truth about Jared Leto and how he seems to be a bit of an out-there personality didn't really take any deep digging, and much of it has come from his own mouth. So let's go through a few of the most bizarre things Jared Leto has done that should have given us a sign about who he really is. At a concert in Brazil, he flipped off a fan who didn't know the correct lyrics to his songs. He has told both a fan and a sound technician to F off, said that playing the Joker was extremely difficult and was like giving birth out of his prick hole, said he lies whenever possible during interviews, he was rude to his henchman co-stars on Suicide Squad, requesting them to do ridiculous tasks for him, and he once walked out of an interview after yelling expletives at the reporter. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg. You can find plenty more if you want to look it up for yourself. Thank you guys for watching. That was 10 more celebrities who tried to warn us about Jared Leto. Let's see if we can get this video to 1 more billion likes. Okay, I'm done. I've been Woody, and you've been amazing. Join us next time for more.